Alright. Oh, fuck me. Ready?
Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of ChitChat Takeout. I'm your host, ZenPho.
I'm Meg.
So, I broke this week. The world finally broke me.
Oh.
I went and bought an iPhone.
Oh.
I'm traded in my iPhone, or my Android, for an iPhone. And I don't fucking regret it. I still fucking hate Apple, don't get me wrong, but they make a good product. Their practices are just shady as shit.
Right.
What's new with you this week?
Oh, nothing much. Work.
Just
Life.
just work? Nothing else exciting at all?
Not really, honestly. I put together a cat tower for my cat, and then
She did. It's a big blue, like, fucking big
Yeah.
blue cat tower.
but then the cat didn't want to play with it when I first put it together, and ZenPho came over early, and she was fucking playing with it. The goddamn little shit.
Just because your cat loves me more. I will pick her up. I will cuddle her. She will freaking come over to me for the pets. She will just avoid you.
Yep. What a burning ass passion. Well, ZenPho.
Well, Meg, why the seductive voice again?
Because, yeah.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Space. The final frontier.
This is one small step for man, one giant leap for... What the fuck is that?
Alright, so we're talking about, if we became in contact with aliens.
We were talking about what? If we came in contact with aliens.
Yes.
Summarized, the world would be fucked. I know you prepared. Yes. I'm the host, and yet Meg is preparing the question.
I came up with the questions because clearly ZenPho thought it was just okay not to bring notes this week.
I came up with this topic. I didn't need my notes.
You even said that you were going to come up with notes for this.
No, this one I said I didn't need to make notes for.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah, it's because you don't listen to me when I talk.
Anyways.
It's true. She ignores me like 90% of the time. Granted, 90% of the time I'm just... See, right now, yes, I'm being an asshole, but she's still ignoring me.
Anyways. Do you think aliens will be humanoids?
No.
No.
No, Jess. I don't believe we can comprehend what an alien species would look like. There are so few planets in the universe that could sustain carbon-based life. Even less of them that would be able to sustain it by the time we actually made it to them, or something made it off them to us. That I don't think it's possible to find another species out there that would even closely resemble us.
So, my philosophy on this is that, yes, I think so, just because the ability to move and to do tasks and they have the basic...
The ability to survive. The ability to have a society and survive.
I think that they would have some type... I'm not saying exact, like, maybe the skin color's different. Maybe they have another
You can't
arm.
be calling Indian people aliens, okay? They're from another continent, not planet.
I'm not. So, yeah, that's, think of Stitch.
But again, I think that's a human concept. I don't think
True.
that's would resemble what an actual alien would look like. I mean, what we would call a spaceship might look like a cloud going through space.
Right.
That might be how they travel. We don't know.
We have made spaceships.
But I'm saying what we call a space could be something completely
Are you
different than
talking
what.
about like a UFO, like flying saucer?
Yeah, well, I'm saying to them, what they would call a spaceship
Right.
and what we would be two different things.
Right. So.
Like that flying saucer that you see going through the sky. I mean, it might look like a saucer to you. Reality is it's made out of pure light energy. That's how they travel. Like it would
Right.
be something so far beyond our comprehension. Kind of like how the human brain can make out a face in anything if you look at it long enough. It can also make out, it will also try to rationalize other things you see that you wouldn't normally be able to comprehend.
Right. That's understandable. Okay. Do you think they would be smarter, less smart, or more smart than us?
That's understandable. It doesn't make any fucking sense there, does it? Sorry, I had to give you shit for that one. Yes to all those questions. If the alien species were to come to Earth, I believe they would have to be smarter. Obviously, at least in the sciences or rocket sciences, as far as that's concerned, they would have to be smarter. They'd have to be more intelligent. I believe there could be species out there like us who haven't yet discovered space travel that, would be pretty much on par with each other. And I believe that if there is extraterrestrial life out there, then there's going to be the extraterrestrial equivalent to a dog. So yes, there would be dumber species out there. Or maybe a cow. Though cows aren't really dumb, are they?
I think it comes back to the same philosophy, is that they're smart in other ways and dumb in other ways.
But you gotta think, all domesticated animals are pretty fucking smart. They discovered a way to have to
But they're dumb in other places, though.
Right. But still, I mean, they were smart enough to figure out a way that they don't have to pick up their own shit. They don't have to feed themselves. Fucking, they get attention whenever they want it. Like, they're not stupid animals.
I'm having an eye staring contest with my cat right now.
I think she was looking at me going, "He fucking figured it out." Shit.
No, I agree with you. I think that we're gonna have all types of, and I just thought of this too, is that smart to us might mean something different to them, and stupid is.
What do you mean?
Like, you might think something smart, but I might think it's something stupid. That's kind of what I'm saying. But
I was looking for more actual examples.
But like, let's just say, well, back to your domestic animal philosophy. You think it's smart that they don't have to pick up their own shit. But I find that as a dumb trait.
How come?
Because they just shack everywhere. Are you going to call a smart human who poops himself all the time a smart person?
But you gotta think, they don't poop everywhere. They will poop where you train them to poop. A cat will go to the cat box every time.
But like a dog will poop.
Can be trained to go onto a pad or onto.
Train. I'm not saying train. I'm just saying.
Well, humans have to be trained.
Nature-wise.
Humans just shit everywhere too. They have to be trained to use the toilet.
Right. I guess that makes sense.
Which, I mean, babies are kind of dumb.
So yeah, I think that eventually, aliens. I think they're gonna be smart in some ways and dumb in others. Like they're gonna have a different philosophy of what is dumb, what is smart. And who knows? Something I do every day might seem like the smartest, like I'm the smartest person to them, and something they do every single day, I'm gonna think it's gonna be the smartest thing in the world or the coolest thing in the world.
Oh,
if
there's
that
a
makes
difference between
sense.
being cool and smart.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, kind of think of it like checking their phones every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they might think that's a cool. Maybe they think that's a smart thing to do.
Or maybe, I mean, at the point where they discovered space travel, you think they'd probably think it's the stupidest thing. Why don't we just have implants that
Right.
notify us whenever somebody wants to contact us?
Right. So, I think there's going to be different levels of knowledge.
Well, it's no different than people to person. You know, I might know more about some things than you do, but you know more
Right.
about some things than I do.
And we have experiences at work is that,
Don't get me started on my experiences there. My
So,
experience at work is that more people need to get the Computer for Dummies book or the Baby's First Computer. Baby's First Computer. This is the power button.
Right. Anyways, this is not a tech video. So,
It is now.
what do you think it would do to the world? Society-wise and whatnot.
Are you talking about our current, how do I think it would affect our current society, or are you asking me how do I think society would change from it? Or what, are you asking if what society do I think would evolve from it?
All three, I guess.
Well, the first two were the same question, just asked differently. The third one is what changed. As far as our society now, at first I don't think it would change much. We humans are stupid. We are stupid and violent by very. That's not to say every human being is stupid and violent, but by nature, human beings as a whole are stupid and violent creatures. And I know you talked about this a little bit where there was, how do I think it would affect racial divide and all that? I don't think it would. I think we would continue to hate each other. I think we would continue to kill each other just for petty differences, even though we knew there was a potentially bigger threat out there. I do not think humans have the capacity to unite.
And you brought up a good point too, is that are you going to be willing to have some type of alien that...
Right, the six-eyed worm that can eat your thoughts.
Move right next door to you. Are you going to be willing to do that?
Right. And I know.
The question is no.
Or the answer is no.
The answer is no. Sorry. And then, the question is, if aliens have to use us as a sustainable source, how far would that go? And, what resources are they going to need from us? Or are they going to see us as a threat?
I highly doubt they'd view us as a threat, if anything.
I was thinking more or less of, there's a Doctor Who episode, I think it's like when the 10th Doctor becomes the 10th Doctor, and it's a Christmas special, and the whole thing is that after they make peace with the aliens and that they're leaving, the British government decides to, or I can't remember what the team is. I think it's Torchwood who decides to blow them up. The British government tells Torchwood to blow them up.
That is a very British thing to do.
And
think about it. They did it in Africa. They did it in North America. Like, that is the very British way to say thank you.
Right. And the doctor says, why the hell did you just do that? You just made yourself into a threat and not a peaceful negotiator. And the Prime Minister said, well, I'm doing it because you're not always here. And that we have to protect ourselves.
See, I don't...
That one has always stood out to me. That episode's always stood out to me.
Well, here's a theory for you, and it's kind of my running theory, because I do believe there are extraterrestrials out there. I believe the reason we haven't they haven't made themselves more known in one way or another is because they literally do not give a shit about us.
Mm-hmm.
We're not a threat. There's nothing on Earth that they would consider a valuable resource. Why would they bother with
Right.
us?
But what if, one day they do see that something on Earth is a valuable resource without, being water, oxygen, or some, material that's underground, like an Avatar, where they rip out the whole fucking planet.
Where they discover unobtainium.
Yes, where it's
believe
worth a lot of money on Earth, but it's something worthless. It's probably like bedrock in fucking Navi situation. I always thought about that. I'm like, is it really important to them that they have it? Because clearly they don't have any currency in their society, so.
Well, they just never got into that. They very well could.
True.
If the aliens wanted it, we would not stand a chance at defeating,
Right.
at stopping them from taking it.
No, I
No
agree with
ifs,
you.
ands, or buts about that.
We don't have the resources nor the knowledge to take any entity of alien down.
Right, we do not have anything that we would need to take down. If a fleet of spaceships randomly showed up here and started shooting at us, there's nothing we could do.
Well, we have nukes. That's about it. And that's
Think
it.
War of the Worlds. They launched nukes at them. Did jack shit.
Right.
And not every single alien invasion movie, most alien invasion movies, you know what the one weakness is? It's usually something mundane as human blood in War of the Worlds or water in Signs.
Right.
Which one? Our planet is what, 80-something% water?
Yeah, it's about 2/3, yeah.
Yeah. Why would an alien species invade a planet where 2/3 of it could kill them?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that part of Signs never made sense to me.
Yeah, that.
Like, it never explains what they wanted. It's like they're just going to invade a planet that is toxic to them. And even people are mostly water.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck? What are you doing here?
Right. What is your purpose here? So, I don't know. I think that, and we talked about this a little bit too, is that what if there's a war between two alien races and they're using our planet as a battlefield? We're gonna have no fucking chance.
No, we're not.
No.
We better hope there's some freaking, intergalactic freaking
refugee or something, right?
Right, some form of what's that place called? FEMA. Some like intergalactic FEMA that's gonna come down and help us out. Because if they want, at that point we're fucked. You get two super powered freaking space people firing at us, then.
So that was kind of my talk about what would happen to the world society wise and whatnot.
Well, space travel is another one.
Yeah, space travel is another thing.
Because there's a good chance that if we were to discover alien life, it wouldn't be through them coming to us. We would have to go to them.
Mm-hmm. So, would you, if you had the opportunity to space travel as a consumer, would you do a situation like Passengers, where, if you don't know what Passenger is, it's a movie about,
It's a movie about a dude who gets put into cryo sleep for 500 years, wakes up early, decides to wake up some chick that he does not know, tell her that her pod broke, and now she's stuck 500 years with just him. When she finds out, does not kill him, does not try to get away from him, instead falls in love with him. It's pretty much a movie about Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, that is the essence of that movie. It's creepy as fuck, and I don't think it was intended to be.
No. I think the concept I think that was the main premises of the whole movie, was the concept of like, oh, you're gonna be in cryosleep for 500 years to travel to from Earth to this, like year planet, and you're not gonna see any of your friends or family afterwards, but you will have a new life in this new on this new Earth or this new planet.
All right.
So would you do something like that if it was in your grasp to do it?
Oh, for what reason? Like, what reason would I be getting on?
If you had the opportunity of a lifetime, you got a new job that would pay for everything.
Nope. Short and only answer is no.
Would you do it if it took care of your family for the rest of their lives?
No. Mainly because every fucking sci-fi movie, somebody says they're going to take care of your family. They're going to kill your fucking family. They're not going to give them money. Yeah, we'll take care of them for the rest of their lives. But the main reason I wouldn't take a job like that, by the time 500 years is a long fucking time. Think between 1982 and now. How much has the U.S. economy changed?
A lot. What, we went through a depression and a recession? Or am I thinking too much?
Just a recession.
Just a recession.
Yeah, I think the depression was 70s.
Okay.
Somebody fact check me on that, because I don't know. But yeah. But just think about how much the economy has changed from then to now. Minimum wage, $1. Actually, it's probably a little over $1. It's probably closer to like $2.50.
Close to $15.
It's $20 in some places.
Mm-hmm.
And the price of gas went from 5 cents to freaking
almost $3.
Yeah. Probably going to be up to $4 by this summer. That's a whole nother fucking podcast. But yeah, no, just that much of the economy changing. Whatever they offered me then could be worthless by the time I actually get there.
So the whole premise of her going, I don't remember what his negotiation of doing. I think it was to take care of his family for the rest of their lives situation, because he was a worker on. He was like a operational worker or something like that. But she was going because of she had no inspiration on Earth, so she decided to travel to this planet to get more inspiration for writing.
Because being unconscious for 500 years is going to give you a lot of inspiration. Also, that blog or fucking paper you worked for, none of that probably exists anymore. Right. It's been 500 fucking years.
I know.
Probably owned by fucking Apple.
I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, you definitely need some contingency plans put in.
Have you heard of The Outer Worlds?
Yes.
The game. You know the premise of it.
Kind of, yes.
You are part of the last group of humans sent from Earth to the colonies. Except your space shuttle never fucking arrives. Or it kind of does. It gets lost in deep space. Dude finds you. Fucking blah, blah, blah. But that would be my thing of happening. And, spoiler alert for the Elder Worlds, by the way. At the end of the game, you find out that it's been hundreds of years since anyone in these colonies has had any contact with Earth. Like, it's just gone silent. So there's a good chance Earth doesn't even fucking exist anymore. Like, it blown up, or everyone died of the plague, COVID hit, fucking whatever happened.
Right.
And that's quite possible to fucking happen. Like, maybe a meteor's gonna strike Earth, then what? What are you gonna fucking do?
Right. So, speaking of video games that involve space.
Alright, guys, have fun. I'm gonna take a nap.
So, I have been playing Oxygen Not Included, which is a game from 2017 that I love. Yes, my butt is sleepy. It's been sitting in this chair for too long. This is not a chair to sit in for too long. This is why I didn't want this as my computer chair anymore. This to be my computer chair anymore.
I don't blame you. They're very shitty chairs.
Yes.
Well,
They're meant for hour of sitting at Dunkin' Donuts, not sitting at my kitchen table.
These are Dunkin' Donuts chairs?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, folks, there you go. Meg stole Dunkin' Donuts chairs.
So, back to oxygen not included. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now return to our regularly scheduled program.
Beep. So, oxygen not included. It's a video game from 2017 that is a survivable base
was it
building.
Released in 2017?
Yes, it was.
I thought it was newer than that.
No.
So this is like some Among Us fucking shit here, where
Yeah.
this old game just suddenly becomes wildly fucking popular.
Right. Well, it was on sale on Steam when I bought it, so.
It was when I bought it too.
So, it's a base building survival game where you pretty much have this machine that just creates clones that have different attributes to them, and they just fucking work for you, and you just tell them to dig or build or do whatever.
And it's really easy to cheese the fuck out of, but I don't think Meg's figured out how to do it yet. Oh, I got to the surface.
You just keep digging until you stop?
No. You can cheese the whole game in like 5 minutes.
Do you dig sideways?
No.
Do you dig downwards?
No. I'm not telling you on the podcast. If you're lucky, I'll show you later. If you're lucky.
You're gonna have to show me tomorrow. Anyways.
Please, you know you're going to be playing it tonight before you go to bed.
This time we're recording.
You don't have to do anything tomorrow, but...
I'm gonna fucking sleep!
You don't have to do anything tomorrow but play video games.
I'm already getting tired. Don't even get started on me.
This
Anyways.
is what I do, get used to it.
So, anyways. It's my new space game. I love
Excuse
it.
me.
It's a fun game. I love it. ZenPho can give me shit for not honestly playing it, but...
Oh, it's like fucking religion for her. I've lost track of how many times I've had conversations with myself. Even though she's right there.
I'm like, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm lucky if I get a uh-huh sometimes. Sometimes I swear she's just drooling, staring at her screen. It is an obsession at this point.
It's just such a fun game.
It is, but the real world exists. I see you don't care about the real world anymore. We'll just stick Meg on an asteroid. We'll stick Meg in the center of an asteroid, which I still don't understand that. Like, the premise of the game should be you're on the outside of the asteroid trying to dig in.
I think what is happening is that you send a machine out into space and then the asteroid forms around it. Kind of situation.
That's not how asteroids work.
So, back to my space travel. So we talk about passengers where you do something like Alter Carbon, where you have a stack installed in the back of your spine, and your stack can go anywhere.
Alter Carbon. The only way I would be willing to have a stack put in my head and to transfer it is if I knew my body was going to be available to me whenever the fuck I wanted it.
Right.
It wasn't going to be used by somebody else. It could be like snapping my fingers. I want back in my real body. I go back to my real body.
Right. So let's say that you were gonna go on a vacation, but your body couldn't go with you, but your stack can go to this new planet, and you had to re-sleeve into another body, but your body would be perfectly fine under lock and key. Nobody uses it, and it would be available for you when you get back.
Yeah, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with that.
Right.
My issue would be is if I couldn't return.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't be one of those people that would live forever by jumping
Right.
to a new stack or to a new sleeve or whatever. That I couldn't do that. I would need.
You wouldn't like the immortality of it.
No, I love. Ooh, that's a good idea for another podcast. Actually, I love the idea of true immortality.
Right.
But no, I would not like that version of it.
Right.
That would be too much, too weird. I don't know.
See,
I'm barely comfortable using somebody else's toilet, let alone getting into their skin. Like, that's.
If it was like I don't know, maybe a clone, but even then, like.
Right. Imagine walking down the street like you did that and some starts coming up to you, talking to you like you're Janice from accounting.
Right.
Like, I mean, wouldn't that just be fucking weird to know that this is another person out there somewhere?
Well, no, I would say a clone myself, not like a clone of somebody else.
Oh, a clone of yourself.
Yeah.
No. Too many horror movies where the clone rises up. Yeah, no clones for me, thank you.
Right. I don't know.
I don't need an Order 66 coming after my ass.
If I were gonna do something like that, I would have a clone on one planet. Just one clone, one planet.
See, my fear would be that clone would gain sentience.
Right.
And then it would find out that I also exist, and it would want to be the only one.
Right.
And no. Nope.
Wasn't there like a Will Smith movie of that?
Yes, there was.
I just haven't seen it yet, but
it's a good movie. What the fuck were they called? Not Revelance. I don't know. I'll think of it. I'll text it to you. You can record over this and be like, "This is the name."
So you would do something like that. So back to our alien question: would you do an avatar situation?
Yeah.
Where
of course.
You have.
I understand the question. That is.
Well, I was trying to explain it to our audience.
Oh, the audience can go fuck themselves. Avatar the movie, not The Last Airbender, the big blue aliens. You've all seen it. If you haven't, fucking how the hell did you get access to this podcast if you've been living under a rock for so long? But yes, because that would be more artificial reality.
Right.
It wouldn't be as personal. It would be more like controlling a video game character than actually.
So would you ever be worried that you would like that life more than your actual life?
Well, that's kind of like saying, do I like Skyrim's world more than I like ours? The answer is yes, but I also wouldn't want to live there because there's a lot of shit that would try to kill me.
Well, no, I'm saying like in the reality of that Skyrim is different because you're playing through a computer screen, but if you had a natural body that you're going through.
But, well, no, like I said, I would view that more as a video game. Like just an artificial reality video game. I wouldn't think of it as a real body because it's not sentient.
See, I would see it as a real body. I would not see it sentient, but I would see it as a real body.
Okay, well then let me ask you this. If you put on an AR headset and you were controlling a robot that rolled around on the ground, is that a real body?
Yes.
So are you concerned about, liking that life more than your own and just staying there forever?
That one does concern me, but if I had the avatar situation, I probably...
No.
No. Okay, I don't have an option in this situation.
No, you're not answering the question. The robot.
Yes.
That rolls around on the ground. Would you be concerned?
Yes, I would be concerned that I would be stuck in that body.
No. Would you be... Concerned isn't the right word. Would you want to, do you think you would ever consider being stuck in that body?
Again,
So your answer is yes? Do you think you might decide to be a robot that all it does is roll around on the ground all day?
Well, no, because I wouldn't like it.
Okay, so the answer is no.
Okay.
That was the
What
question.
I'm saying is, if I were in an avatar body, sorry.
I was making a point here.
Well, no, I'm saying what I'm saying is, if I'm in an avatar body and I like it more than my human life.
I know what you're saying. That's why I'm trying to make my point.
Okay.
So you wouldn't want to be in this ball that just rolled around on the ground. Now,
I'm a ball.
yeah,
When
you're
you
a
said-
robot ball.
I thought you were saying like, like a humanoid
No.
robot.
The first scenario, you are a robot ball
Maybe.
that just rolls around on the ground. You think you might enjoy that life, and you would choose to stay in that life.
Maybe. If it was like a BB-8 situation, maybe.
No. Bouncy ball.
You can't keep changing the circumstances.
I'm not. This is the same circumstance. Just a circular ball.
Yes.
Nothing else.
With a camera and a way to communicate.
No.
Yes.
You have a camera, but no way to communicate. You are a ball.
That's not the point, then. I'm not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like that.
No. If I can't talk, no.
So what happens if your avatar loses its tongue?
Then I'm not gonna like being an avatar anymore.
But at that point, you've already committed to it full time.
Then I have to deal with the circumstances.
But the point I'm making here is, why would you commit to that full time when something like that can happen, whereas you could stay in your human body?
That's no different than my human body.
Still experience that. But if something happens to that body, you can get a new one.
I see what you're saying now. But what I'm saying is that if I had to choose between being in a Navi person or in, let's say, avatar, because technically anything that you transfer your consciousness into another is an avatar, according to the avatar lore. If I were to transfer my consciousness to another body, and that was the permanent circumstance, like something's happening, like either body's gonna die if I don't put my consciousness in that body, I had to choose which one to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would be whatever one would give me the quality of life that I want.
All right, I can see your point there. I still would choose my body.
You would choose your body over.
Yep. I would rather die
Right.
than be something other than what I am. It's
because, like,
with one exception.
Yep.
If you told me that I could go transfer my consciousness into a being with wings, like think Angel from X-Men,
okay,
that looked just like me with wings, 100% I would be down for that. I just really fucking want wings. The battier the wing, like the more devilish, the better.
right.
So, yeah.
Is it because are you fearful of immortality?
No,
Doing
on the
that?
contrary, I love the thought of immortality. True immortality.
You just don't like the thought of transferring consciousness and being stuck in that body forever.
Right.
Okay.
In that situation, you could no longer live as yourself, as you were. You could no longer do the things you enjoyed. You could no longer see the people you loved, or it wouldn't be the same if you did.
Right.
Because you are no longer you.
But I kind of see where your point is, but at the same time, I'm like, but change is good. Like, sometimes change is for the best.
Change is good.
Because I'm, like, thinking that, like, if I were in the main character's role in Avatar of, hey, I'm paralyzed from the waist down.
Right, but you also got to think, he can never go back to Earth now.
True.
Like, if something ever happened to that planet, he couldn't.
It's never been established that they can't breathe on Earth. Just says humans can't breathe on Pandora.
Well, no, I'm not saying that he'd be physically incapable of it.
Right.
Saying he could not live a normal human's
True,
life
but there
anymore.
was something left on Earth for him.
Hmm?
There was nothing left on Earth for him.
True, in that situation. But
Right.
in your situation, I mean, you could never see your family again. You could never...
It comes back to the whole passengers situation.
You would have to completely change the way you live. You would no longer be in a, for lack of a better term, sophisticated society. You would be in a tribalistic society. You would have to learn how to hunt. They do. You would have to relearn your entire way of life.
Right.
And for me, while I think it would be fun for a little while, would get old really fucking quick.
Right, you would get eventually to the point where, okay, it's time to go back. I had my fun.
And you wouldn't have that option.
Right.
That is now your way of life.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I still hold the mentality of, like, it would have to be a choice. Like, my consciousness is going to die if I don't choose one or the other. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like,
but if I'm told I have the choice between my normal self, and like I said, we're excluding the one exception here, and some other being, I'm gonna choose myself to save, because that's the life I know. That's the life that matters to me. Right. Like in a video game, my video game character dies. Yeah, that sucks, especially when you forget to fucking save 2 hours of gameplay. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter that character died. I would create a new one. I would get a new avatar. Like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. And then I can still go and enjoy that world. But I also know I have, my real life. I have my friends, my family. Cleo. Ellie, Tubby, Jorge. Okay. All the animals,
Right. No, I get that. That's understandable.
And I can go up every now and then and see some adorable fucking little baby sheepies. Oh my god, those were fucking adorable. If you've never seen baby sheep dance, you gotta fucking look it up. That is so fucking cute.
I'll have to bring you back up there someday. Oh, they won't be baby sheep anymore.
I see big sheep dance too. That's okay.
Well, folks, what's your opinions on aliens and space travel? And
would you want to be an avatar for the rest of your life? Not necessarily a Na'vi avatar. Would you be willing to permanently transfer your consciousness into another creature, though?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking them.
Oh, okay.
Would you guys
I answered this question.
No, I'm asking them. Would you be willing to permanently transfer your consciousness into another creature?
Tell us in the comments below.
Or, yell and scream at us. Whichever one you want.
That too. All right.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Go and fuck yourselves.